What you doing? Yeah. Yeah. Where you going? Where you going? Okay. Bye-bye. Hi. Yes. Oh, my sweet girl. My sweet, sweet girl. Yes. My sweet, sweet girl. My sweet, sweet girl. Yes. Da, 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 da. No, don't eat that. Yeah. I love you. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Stitch the Stash. My name is Deborah, and today is Saturday, March 23rd. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. And if this is the first time checking me out, welcome, and I hope you enjoy. My channel is all about cross-stitching goodiness. So I hope you enjoy it and maybe consider subscribing. Alrighty, so today is a beautiful, sunshiny, clear blue sky day here in New York City. However, it is cold. There's a wind that is making it feel like it's very much winter. But that's okay, because you know what? We tend to turn around here real quickly in April. And I'm just happy to have the sunshine out today, because for the past 2 days we have had a lot of rain. And of course, April showers bring May flowers, correct? That's what I like to think. So the rain is welcome. I'd rather have rain than snow. All right, so what do I have for you today? I have lots of stitching. I have the rest of my Nashville market haul, or retail therapy as I like to call it. And I have a shout out, and I have some plans. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, what have I been working on? I've been working on quite a bit. I did not finish anything during the past 2 weeks. I do have an FFO, but unfortunately I cannot share that with you just yet. Hopefully in my next video or the video after, I'll be able to show it to you, but I'm quite excited to finally have this piece framed. It's something I stitched last year. It was one of my 4 finishes, and I finally framed it. I laced it up. I showed on my Instagram account last weekend how the lacing turned out. I was quite excited about it. It was my first time lacing, and I was quite pleased with how it turned out. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks I'll be able to show it to you. But what have I been working on? Well, you know, Magical Stitches has been ruling my life. And I am not mad about that. It has kept me quite busy during the past 2 weeks. And the first project that I worked on was Cat Lessons for People by Lizzie Kate. I love this project. Every time I pick it up, I think, oh, I could get it done if I just focused on it. And fortunately, with Magical Stitches, this falls in very easily into the assignments because there's a lot of words. And so what did I use this for? I used this for 2 assignments. One was for week 3 and one was for week 4. The week 3, we had to stitch in brown thread. We had to put 300 stitches in. I put 323. For this week, our assignments, we had for electives in school. And we were given 5 classes in which we had to complete at least 3 of the 5 to get our points for the week. If you completed all 5 class assignments, you will receive an extra 10 points for your house. However, you cannot do all 5 with penalty stitches. So if you can do all 5 assignments, 200 stitches each, you'll get an extra 10 points for your house. So I used this for my study of runes because there are a lot of words. All right, so here's what it looked like the last time I showed it to you. And I am stitching this on 18 count Aida in Vintage Country Mocha, and this is where I'm at. I've got play with your food, nap every day, bury. He's gonna say bury it. I love it. I'm really pleased with how quickly this is stitching up. And I have quite a bit more to do on it, but you know, a little bit here, a little bit there adds up, and it will become a finish this year. That's for sure. All right, so what else did I work on? I pulled out Little House Needleworks Little Sheep Virtue piece. I had to do this for March, April extra credit, and we had to stitch on a frame because Serious Black was framed. So I chose this piece. And we had to put in 500 stitches. I put in 501. And here's what it looked like the last time you saw it. I'm stitching this on 28 count Lugana in wheat. And as you can see, I have almost completed the frame. There is, as you can see, hopefully, it's definitely got two different colors in the border. And as I was stitching on this, I texted my sister and I said, Little House Needleworks border frames are a lot of work. They're not detailed, but they are definitely, they take time. But I'm getting there, and hopefully I will get this block done soon. Because I've said this in the past, my sister's also stitching these. I'm letting her borrow my patterns, and I'd like to finish this block so when I go visit my family next weekend, I can bring this pattern to her and leave it with her. And if I don't finish it before I get on the plane, I'll be bringing this with me. I'll just take it off the rod and bring it down to Georgia with me, and that way I will be able to finish it while I am there and give it to her. All right, what else have I worked on? Well, I picked up my Heaven and Earth Designs. It is my Quick Stitch Lavender Roses. I am stitching this for a Magical Stitches Ultimate Yearly Challenge, which is complete 1,000 stitches. And I decided that for the month of March that I was going to try to participate in the Full Coverage Fanatics by the Numbers Challenge and just do the 1,200 stitches. So I don't know if I'll get there, but at least I have got a little bit of a start on it for my Ultimate Yearly Challenge. And here is where I was at the last time you saw it. I am stitching this on 25 easy count Lugana. And let me get my part threads out of the way. This is where we are at. I have added, I think for my challenge, I have like 221 stitches added to it. And I love working on this. I picked it up a couple times this week after work, and once you get started, it just flows very easily in the stitching. And this is completely filled in. I have like 3 or 4 stitches to fill in down here, and there's like 1 or 2 stitches missing, and then once that's done, I will have this whole little section completed. But I'm really happy. with how this is turning out. I'm glad that I have persevered with it because I love it. I love it so much that I have fabric and threads for my next one. And I can't wait to get started on that one. All right, I hopefully will work on this a little bit more this weekend so I can hopefully get closer to that 1,200 stitches. I got quite a ways to go on that. All right, what else? Well, I have some new starts. I couldn't resist starting. And the first one I started was Stacy Nash Primitives, the Snippets of Mary Bear's Sampler. Love it, love it, love it. You know that I picked a darker fabric. I have picked my own threads. I am stitching this on 32 count Belfast linen. It's dyed by Silk Weaver. It is a solo color, which means it can't be reproduced. And this is where I'm at. I love it. I am a little on the fence about my one color that I chose. I'm watching Chloe, which, let me pull it out real quick. I chose, and this was a definitive color that I chose. I chose pink petunias, right? And it has a variegation in this, and you don't really see it until you start to stitch with it. So I stitched this flower first, and I put the pink petunia in first, and it's very purple. And it doesn't show up quite as much as I thought it would on this fabric. However, the more you stitch with it, the brighter color comes out, and you can see the flower much better. I'm thinking I'm just going to go ahead and persevere and continue using it because up here is a much bigger flower, and you're going to see more of this color, and I think it's gonna pop more than this little few stitches down here. But I love it. I still haven't decided what my third color choice is going to be. My third choice was Rose Pink Swirl, which is getting a little blown out, or Color and Cotton Taffy. And I'm leaning towards the taffy, just simply because it's the same family color tones as the pink petunias. So we'll see. I'm just super excited to have started this. I think it's going to stitch very quickly. It's not that big. So we will see next time where I'm at with that. All right. What else? I have started Little House Needleworks, my February. I wanted to go ahead and get it underway. I am stitching it on 28 count Lugana in wheat, and this is my small start. I love this color. It's Cupid, and I think it's the Classic Colorworks. I think that's what they came with, was Classic Colorworks. Yeah. Why am I thinking about it? I know they're Classic Colorworks. And I just have a start. I'm not using it for any of the challenges. I just wanted to go ahead and start it. All right. Then the next two starts is for magical stitches. And again, this week I had said that there were 5 classes that we had to choose 3 to participate in, and so I pulled out my Brooks Books Publishing Wonderland collection. This works really, really well with the assignments. And this is where I was at the last time you saw it. I had to think for a moment. And I'm stitching this on a 28 count Joblin in the color denim. And let me go ahead and show you the first pattern from the that I chose to stitch on. It is the Mad Hatter. Okay. And I stitched this for the divinations class. Simply because, one, he's standing on a teapot, two, he's balancing a steaming hot cup of tea on his little toe, and I believe he's getting ready to drink some tea. And we all know that with tea, there's tea leaves, and you can read the tea leaves to predict the future. So that's why I chose this one. All right, and this is where I'm at with it. I put in, let me just fold it. I put in the rest of the border because it's 70 stitches across, and I put that in so I could then count over and count up and put the teapot in, and I put in his boot. And I'm really, really happy with how that turned out. All right, so the second pattern in the series that I pulled out to work on is the White Rabbit. And he can be used for two of the classes. Right now I stitched him for using him in arithmancy because he's holding a watch and there are Roman numerals on the face. So I stitched 200 stitches for that. Now, there are two more classes, and the next one is Magical Creatures. And if I'm going to complete all 5, I'm going to use this one also. And because he's the White Rabbit, he fits perfectly in the Magical Creatures school class. Finding my words. So I will use him. And this is where I got with it this morning. I put in the 70 stitch border, and then I counted up and I put in a foot and started the second one. And that got me my 200 stitches to complete the assignment. I do have to rip out from here up because all these stitches are over this way one too many. So they need to come over one more stitch. And that's not going to take me long to do, but yeah, I'm happy with it. And so the last class is Muggle Studies. And I'm going to pull out my Coming to Town Santa 11 by Lizzie Kate and put 200 stitches on that because it has Santa Claus. And Santa Claus is clearly a Muggle, it's a Muggle thing. Santa is not in the wizarding world. Christmas is, but Santa is not. So I'll put 200 stitches on that, and hopefully I will get all 5 assignments completed for this week, and I'll get extra 10 points for my house. But if not, then I have completed all 3 of the classes that I needed to for this week. So I'm happy that I did that. Okay, and so that is all of my stitching. That's all of the stitching that I've done for the past 10, 11, 12 days. What do I have next? Let's move on to my retail therapy. All right, so now let's talk about what I have purchased. Before I get into the rest of my Nashville Market purchases, I thought I would just share with you that from Down Sunshine Lane, I received my next installment for the Harbor Haven scenes by the Bay Needle Art, and so I received number 7 and number 8. I believe there are 2 more installments. Yes, because there's 12 patterns total and you get 2 a month for 6 months. So I have 2 more installments. I am still waiting on the fabric to start this. I ordered it from Stony Creek, and while it does take a little bit to get the package from them, I did receive an email from them saying that because I ordered 2 fabrics, that I wasn't sure which one I wanted to use for this, and one of them they are waiting to receive. So at least they sent me an email. So hopefully within the next month, I will have my fabric choices, and then I can narrow it down and maybe get this started. All right. Then I received my Color and Cotton fabric of the month, and I get a 32 count Belfast linen, and I get the neutrals, and I get the colors. And the first one is Toasted Coconut. It's getting blown out, but it is a really soft pinky beige. Really, really pretty. Let me see. No, getting a little blown out. Really pretty. As soon as I saw it, I thought I was going to use it for my button box by Blackbird Designs, but I chose something else. All right. Then the other one I received is called Grapefruit, and it's showing up a little more muted on the screen, but it's a really pretty grapefruit melony color. I love it. It's beautiful. Definitely up my alley. All right, then I also received my February Under the Sea Fabrics color of the month. She was a little delayed in getting some of the packages out because she ran out of the fabric and was having a hard time getting it in. And so what she decided to do was we would skip March, and she would just send out the February fabrics, and then we would resume again in April. But I love her February color. It is called Rosemerta, and it's a really pretty. It's a peachy pink with bits of brown in it, and it's getting washed out on the screen here. But I love it, and I already have a pattern to put on it. So what is that pattern? Well, I purchased from 123 Stitch this pattern. It is from 2017. It's not new, but I fell in love with it. I contemplated it for quite some time. And it is Abby Rose Designs Glad Hearts. And this is stitched on 32 count Lakeside Linen Vintage Meadow Rue. And to me, this is a peachy brown fabric, and I thought this would be perfect. Right? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm so excited that I have fabric in my hand that I know I'm going to use it for. And I'm also thinking about when I stitch this, I might remove this and then just bring the top border down so it's just this section here. But I love this pattern. I am so glad I finally purchased it, and I can't wait to get it started. All right, let's see, what else do I have? I purchased from Ivy House Crafter. She has a YouTube channel named after Ivy House Crafter, and she's also on Instagram, and she has an Etsy shop, and she makes these cute little Ort catchers. And so I bought some. She had an update the other day, and I looked, and I went ahead and bought some. So I got this really pretty pink, don't know if it's Paisley's, it might be, but then this really pretty peachy pink fabric on the inside, right? Then I purchased this really pretty blue flower one, And then on the inside, you have a minty green fabric on the inside. And then I purchased this really pretty limey green paisley. And on the inside is this really pretty solid minty limey green orc catcher. So I purchased 3 orc catchers from her, and this is my first time purchasing, and they're very well made, reasonably priced, and I'm so happy that I could support her Etsy shop. What else? All right, I had made a purchase for some needle minders. I made my very first purchase from House of Mang. She is on Instagram, and she puts up regular updates, and when she does, you can just say you would like, and then she, in private conversation, you can tell her if you want them to be needle minders or scissor fobs, whatever. So the thing is that they come from Indonesia, and for purchasing and making it worth the shipping, you really need to purchase them multiples. The best one was like she can do a package from 6 to 8 pieces, and I have to tell you, it's very, very reasonable. All right, so these are the first 2 I got. They are super cute. I got a Pokemon. I don't do Pokemon. I don't play Pokemon, but I thought she was adorable. And then this is from her Flower Girl series. Aren't they cute? Love them. All right, and then I got these 2. She's also from the Flower Girl series, and then she's from her Lantern series. Really, really pretty. And then the final 3 are these. And Flower Girl series, I love her mint green hair with the little pink tendrils. And then this one is the Lollipop little series she did. These are impeccably made, and I will definitely be purchasing from her again. She's constantly putting out updates of new ones that she's made, and I have resisted. I have held back. But yeah, it's definitely something that I will be purchasing again in the future because I love these. What else? Okay, now we are into the rest of my market purchases. And I purchased this cute little needle minder from Luminous Fiber Arts on Etsy. It's Misty Purcell's shop, and I couldn't resist. After she came back from market, she put up some needle minders, and that is Shanna. It's a Shanna on a postage stand, right? Adorable. Love it. Had to have it. All right. Then I had placed an order with Trisha from 3L Threads. When she came back from market, she put up a bunch of patterns that she had brought back on her Etsy shop, and she had ones that I hadn't seen anywhere else. So I went ahead and made a little purchase from her too. So the first one is Hands-On Design House on a Hill. I love it. It comes with a pin, you get the little fabric piece, and we will see how it goes into finishing it. But really cute. I think we'll stitch up really fast. Then I purchased Beehives and Hollyhocks by Lucy Beam Love and Stitches. Really, really pretty. And you know I love my bees, right? Love. Then I also purchased Stitch Always, another Lucy Beam. She is just cute, and I love that she's balancing that tomato pin cushion on top of her head. Love it. All right, and then I purchased from Lindy Stitches. This is her Bunny Lace Trio, and I'm just going to turn them this way. And really, you could stitch them on any color fabric and use any color thread. They're really, really cute. Love them. All right, then I finally got, hold please. I finally got the rest of, I had placed a pre-order with needle case goodies prior to her going to Nashville, and I finally got what I pre-ordered from her. What did I get? Be no surprise. I got Hands-On Design Meow Block. I did not get the pins. I already have some Meow pins that I had purchased from Needleworks Delight. Love it. You get the little fabric. I'm super excited to stitch this again, finishing it. I don't know. I might be having to find a finisher. Then I also purchased from Heart and Hand Square Dance. This is her new monthly calendar blocks. And you get a little sneak peek of what April's going to look like. I love them, and I think they will stitch up very, very quickly. Let me move those for you. Let me move those for you, Chloe. She is sitting over here, and she's trying to get into everything. Hold on. Let me move this. Yeah? You want to lay on that? Okay. Can you? Pardon me. Okay, go away. All right, sorry. All right, then I got from Heart and Hand Spread Kindness. Love it. You get the little felt and the heart button. Super cute. Love it. I purchased from Lila's Studio the The Bee Comes. Really, really love this. Yep. I purchased from With Thy Needle Thread Spring Fling. I love it. I have some pink fabric that I can use. I might substitute some of my own thread so I don't have to purchase the 500 million that you need for this little pattern, but we'll see. I also purchased, this is not new, but I had seen a few people stitching it recently, and I decided I wanted it. It's also from With Thy Needle and Thread. It's called Blessed Bee. Bees. Flowers. Mine. And then I purchased, this is also, oh, you know what? This came from Gulf Coast Stitches. Yes, these next two are from Gulf Coast Stitches. I purchased, this is not new, but I loved it, so I went ahead and got it. It's from Heartstring Samplery, and it's called Pincushion Street. Gorgeous. And look at that mansion. That's a lot of stitching, but you know what? It's, oh, I don't, it might be, oh, I'm going to have to look at it. I was going to say it's not bricks, but it might be. It might be wood planks. So we'll see. I love it. Gorgeous. Look at the peacocks in the trees. Yes, please. Then I had to get this after everyone came back from market because it was sold out, and Julie had it in her shop, so I snatched it up again, and I got the Blue Flower Quilting Bee. Fell in love with this when Michelle Bendy Stitchy did her YouTube video with Janine McGowan. And I'm like, I have to have this in my life. It is just beautiful. Love it. Love it, love it. All right. Then, this is the rest of my needle case goodies purchases. I purchased Plum Street Samplers, a Fox Few, just too dang adorable. I have Llama Lump. I have sheep heap. I have snort stack. And I'm going to get goat load because those are my favorites, and I'm going to do them all in a row. So, but the blue and this and those foxes are just adorable. I purchased Holiday Hoopla, Easter. It's with thy needle and thread. I purchased that. And Priscilla from Priscilla and Chelsea of the Real Housewives of Cross Stitch. She did her own color conversion, and I went ahead and purchased the 2 of the colors that she used. Tartan Plaid she used for the sweater, and then she used River Rocks for the watering can. She used that because she wanted it to look galvanized, and I really loved how it looked, so I bought those 2 threads, and they're there. I also have from Plum Street Samplers the Wool and Flax Co. Really cute. I also have from Plum Street Samplers the Spring Salt boxes. I love how they look like Polaroids. And no, you do not have to stitch all those white stitches. Well, I don't think it's pure white. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm an overachiever. I love the way it looks, so I will be stitching those stitches, but love it. And then I have I've never seen this designer before. It's the Blackberry Rabbit, and I got the Spring Garden Needlework Trio. Beautiful. Love it. Love the colors, love the flowers. I might have to hire out my finishing, but we'll see. Yes. Can I have that pattern? Come here. Okay, thank you. Then I got from Kathy Barrick Needlework. I love this, and I plan on changing the colors. To what? I'm not sure, but this is my first Kathy Barrick pattern, and I just thought, yes, please. I need this. I need to have it and hanging in my sewing / scrapbooking / cross stitching / yarn storage craft room one day. And then I purchased, this is what started me on Sampler Road. I never had a desire to stitch a sampler. I know in my last video I showed you a sampler, but that was not the first one I purchased. This one is the first one I purchased. And I do not know when I will start this. I do not know how long it will take me. I do not know anything, but I do know, however, I love it. And it is Hands Across the Sea Samplers, Elizabeth Weston, circa 1830. I didn't take it out of the plastic, but I love the colors. The greens, the pinky purples, everything about this. And I will do it in DMCs. I can't afford all the silks. It's gorgeous though. So yes, this sent me down Sampler Road. And I love it. Yep. All right. No, ma'am. Sorry. She's sitting over here chewing on something she shouldn't be chewing on. All right. That is all of what I purchased. And I do have some stitchy kindness that I received. I had in February, you all know that Michelle Garrett Bendy Stitchy, every month she does auctions for a selected charity. And in the month of February, she was raising money for Amy from Amy Loves Toads dog rescue charity. And I was bidding on the Star Wars needle minders from House of Ming, and I lost by a matter of seconds. And it was okay. You know, you can't win them all. But Michelle messaged me and told me that it was extremely close and that she wanted to offer me choices from some needle minders. She told me she had another Luke and that if I wanted it, it could be mine. And she told me if I wanted to make a donation, whatever I wanted to make, it was up to me. And so I went ahead and she sent me pictures of 4 needle minders, and I selected 2. And then I went ahead and made my donation to the Go Rescue charity. And I let Michelle know, and I've got my package in the mail the other week, and there was more in it than my 2 needle minders. I was speechless. I was emotional. I was overwhelmed with the kindness that she bestowed upon me. So what did I receive? Well, let me show you the 2 needle minders. Here they are. Here is Luke. And then she let me choose this beautiful, beautiful one from her personal collection. Isn't she gorgeous? And I love the card. Being a scrapbooker, this card, I love it. So yes, and then she wrote a nice little sweet note on the back of it for me. I love them. All right, so what else did she send me? What other stitchy kindness things did she send me? Well, she sent me this 40 pocket floss buddy from Bags Plus. And I needed another one because I received the B one that I purchased from her live sale, and I loved it. So, and I already put some bobbins in it. This is for my spring cricket collection. But love, 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 love. So that, but that's not all. What else did she send me? Well, she sent me a selection of 2 linens. This beautiful denim blue linen. Love it. Nice big piece. And then she sent me this beautiful 28 count raw natural linen, which is awesome. Nice piece. So I thank you, Michelle. You know that I thanked you already, but you didn't have to. You didn't need to, but thank you. I really, really, really appreciate it. All right. So what I said, I wanted to do a shout out. And I have one shout out for you. I just came across her the other day, and she's just put out a 2nd video, and her name is Joanne from Desert Stitcher. She moved from Florida to Southern California, and she, excuse me. In her first video, she showed a finish, and then she showed her 3 whips. And she is doing this Haid Mini that is gorgeous, and it's max color, so I think it's like 256 colors. So it's confetti filled, but it's beautiful. And then she is working on Death by Cross Stitch. And it is stunning. She has chosen her own colors for it, and it's like a piece of artwork. I have no desire to stitch that long dog sampler. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of tiny stitches. But looking at hers made me think, oh my gosh, maybe I should. But no. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So please go check out her channel. Subscribe to her. She has her puppy in the video, in her second video, and he's adorable. And she hasn't been cross-stitching for very long, and I'm just impressed that she's chosen these huge projects. So go give her some love. Her name is Joanne, the Desert Stitcher. All right, so that is everything. Plans. I'm going to finish my Magical Stitches homework. I'm going to work on my lavender roses and my piece, Little House Needleworks Little Sheep Virtues piece. Those are definitely the 3 projects that I need to focus on, and everything else will be a bonus. All right, so when will I be back? Don't know. Next Saturday, I am flying down to Atlanta, Georgia to spend 8 days with my parents, and my sister and brother-in-law are also down there. I'm trying to think about all of the stitching I want to pack, and I just want to bring it all. There's so much I want to do, and to have 8 days off of work and just to do nothing but hang out with my family and relax. I just want to stitch all the things. So we'll see. I am taking next Friday off from work because I need to, I figured I have an 8 a.m. flight. When am I going to do laundry? When am I going to pack? So I took next Friday off. If I have time, I will record another video and have it scheduled to upload while I am away. Because if I don't, then it will probably be 3 weeks before I come back, and I'm not sure I want to be gone for 3 weeks again. So hopefully you'll see another video from me in the next couple of weeks. If not, I will be back on Saturday, April 13th, recording again. I hope you all have a wonderful stitchy weekend, next couple of weeks. I hope you get a lot accomplished. Thank you very much for watching and continuing to sit through my long videos. I'm hoping to get them down to be a little bit shorter. Thank you for all your comments. I love reading them. I love interacting with you all. And if you are a first-time viewer and you got through all this video, I hope you consider subscribing. And I hope you all would consider giving this a like, a thumbs up. And I can't wait to be back with you guys again in a couple of weeks, maybe sooner. Until then, happy stitching. Bye.